Hello guys, I'm going to be doing a new channel on YouTube, PVC pipe bows. I'm actually going to be selling these bows on eBay for those who can't make these and still want to shoot one. The bow that I'm going to be making today is a 45-pound horse bow with wood siyahs. The link to buy this bow will be in the description of all 4 of my videos. First video, I'll show you how to make the actual bow frame. Second video will be the siyahs. Third video will be inserting the siyahs into the bow. And fourth video will be shooting it. It's actually just 2 2x4s cut to about 24-inch length, put on with the door hinge. And I got 3/4 inch spacers right now. They're adjustable. You adjust it to the size of the pipe. The size difference is, say you're using a 1-inch pipe, you want to have 3/4 inch separators. If you have 3/4 inch pipe, obviously you make it a 1/2 inch, and you just keep going 1/4 increments below what the size of the pipe is. This gives you a pretty nice taper, and your bows will be the same as mine. This also gets me a perfect 45 pound draw when I finally string it up. Alright, but for flattening, I just use a little aluminum foil reflector I made, cardboard or aluminum foil on cardboard, and I'm going to be heating that up with my heat gun, and I will show you when it's soft. Alright, now that the pipe is, you can see it just pushes in now. What I'm going to do is put it to my first 2-inch mark right there. Clamp. Alright, and just line it up. You don't want to have a curve in it. Feel this slight curve in there. Alright. Alright, and just level that off. I have a little guide thing right here. It's this little guy on here on the side. I can take that, take my vise, and just clamp it right there, and the hanging of it will actually keep this thing straight as it cools. So let's just line it up a little bit before it dries. Alright, I went ahead and pulled it out, and as you can see, it is pretty straight. You can see it's a little bit curved on down, but when we shoot the handle, that'll all come out. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and do that to the other side. Well, that's cooling. I actually wanted to talk a little bit about the ideal shape that we're trying to get the bow in. Backyard bower and Hawaiian archer, they kind of give the assumption that you leave your pipe looking kind of like this. You have both sides are curved, and then the top is just boom, dead flat. That's not really what we're shooting for. I know no one's really said anything about it, but it's how I make my bows. I've had a lot of cave-ins with this, but I've never had one bow cave in when I make the shape of my bow an oval. This is your ideal shape right here, because your bow is way less likely to cave in than this. This being because when it bends, the top goes in a little bit and the bottom comes in a little bit. And eventually what will happen is you'll just have a big kink in it. It'll just completely cave in, and you'll have to reheat it. But you do want to make sure you heat that. To get this shape, what we're going to do is we're going to heat the bottom first. We're going to heat about the bottom half. That'll poof out and we can put a little bit of reflex in it. And then we're going to heat the top after that's completely dry, or not dry, cooled down. And that will give us a nice bend in the bow, and we'll end up with an oval shape. Alright, it's about done cooling right now, and then go ahead and take it out. I went ahead and did both sides. This is the second side that's cooled, and if you look at it, it probably will not end out perfectly straight. You really want to sight down and just push it down. You don't want to let it cool all the way, so you can still push down a little bit. It's pretty straight right now. Let me move you back. As you can see, there's a little bit of a bend in there, but when we take the handle and everything and heat that and all, it'll go away. We can curve it the way we want it. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to heat up the handle about an inch past each mark. That'll poof out, and I'm going to actually be using my flattening jig to clamp the handle and make the handle a little bit thinner so there's less archer's paradox. Alright, it is all heated up and pliable. So what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do, you can actually just take this and shape it by hand. I like to put it in my flattening jig. It just gives it a more consistent flat shape. Alright, now that the handle is set and it's pretty solid, what we're going to do is heat up the belly, and I'll actually show you what that looks like as I'm heating it. Then we're going to heat this one while this one sets, and then heat the back and then back on here. The reason we do that is to keep the oval shape. Otherwise it would just all poof out and you would just have one round limb right here. Alright. Show them in the camera here. Just gonna heat this up. What you want to heat about a good 8-inch section. I usually don't mark because usually the heat will travel all the way up farther than what you really want. So I just kind of eyeball it on both sides, and they come out real nice. If you have a heat gun, you want to make sure you use the small coupling attachment so you don't accidentally heat the back side of the bow. Limb has become round. We're going to slowly reflex it. Slowly just give it a nice little bit. And you don't need to worry about how nice the bend is right now, because when we heat up the back, it'll make everything look a lot nicer, especially when you string it up. All right. What I usually go for is if the handle is flat, then you want the limb to be level, because when you string it up, it'll have that amount of set. So looks about good. All right. Nice, and even though you're just heating the bottom, you do want to sight down and make sure everything stays the same, because it will shift even though you just heat the bottom. Alright, pretty nice right now. Now I'm just going to go ahead and heat the top.